Hello, everyone. How are we doing? How's it going? Everyone all right out there? See you guys going off in chat. Hey guys, how's it? How's it going? How we doing? Good? Good. Jane is here.
Hello.
It's like, you know this is your cue, please.
Don't like saying hi.
Well, that would be rude to all of these lovely people who are in chat right now.
I don't like saying bye either.
Fair enough, but... Hello. Why is everything on fire? Because there's a giant Pyro Regis vine over there.
How about you take a rest while I go back?
That was the last thing I was doing. It's fine. This is caffeine. Don't worry about it. Hello, Jane, says Ram.
Hello. Little fire never hurt anybody.
Yeah, right? A little fire. It's fine. Don't worry about it. So, hello, everyone. As you probably guess, I'm going to be a little bit lower energy this evening than I would normally be. Jane is starting off with the yawns. That's good. That's good. The lovely crackling of the fire over here. Ah, cozy. Jane can't hear it because her headset is charging, but she'll get her headset soon. Don't you worry about that. God damn it, YouTube, the stream has started. Not starting soon. Hi, Jane. Hi, Tom.
Hello, everybody.
Oh, God. But there's some fun stuff to do today. From what I understand, there's a new character from Inazuma who's joined the game recently. And I may or may not have some wishes lined up in order to try and pull for him. So we'll be doing that. And then also, last we talked about it, Jane, I believe we had said something along the lines
bring
of...
the Knights of Favonius with you.
Shut up to Luke. That you would want to be here for the follow-up to the Geo Archon quest.
What was in the follow-up to the Geo Archon quest that I wanted to be here for? I don't remember.
Well, from what I was told by Eric, that it apparently had to do with actually like explaining what was going on with like Rex Lapis and like learning like more about him now that we've stopped the big old threat in Liyue Harbor and all that type of stuff.
Yes.
So we can do that. Tom is going for a rollin' today. I've never heard that before, but I like it. Golin for a rollin'.
Golin for a rollin'.
So yeah, Jane decided pre-stream that we're going to do 2 of our 4 summons at the start of the stream, and then the other 2 at a little bit later. Not at a later date. It'll still be tonight, but a little bit later in the stream.
How do you guys feel about that?
Does that sound agreeable? Also, sound levels still good. I know I'm not projecting as much as I normally would, so if I have to adjust the mic or anything like that, let me know. I just made it up, says Ben. Well, I think you made up a good one there, my friend. But yeah, what do you guys think? 2 wishes and then onward to some story stuff? Noelle is judging you.
Oh, no.
Sounds good to me. Sounds good. All right. 2 out of 7 ain't bad. I'd say that's not a consensus, but enough of an agreement. We can count us.
Yeah.
So that would be 4 out of 9. Still not a majority, but sound levels seem fine so far. Excellent. All right. Couldn't sleep due to anxiety. Hopefully watching y'all will calm me down. Oh, I hope so.
Oh, Tenchi.
I'm sorry to hear that, Tenchi.
I hope we can help calm you.
Yeah. Hang out with us and let us absorb your anxiety as we attempted to pull for this new character.
Yes.
Don't know if you can do the new Archon quest, so you do 2 important story quests that revolves around the Traveler. Well, the next thing that I had to do had something to do with the Geo Archon or something based on what my friend Eric told me. So, we'll see. Maybe that won't be the case. I don't know. Don't forget to smash that like button, gamers. I can't get into it. I immediately start cringing as soon as I know what's being said.
Do you even really want them? Do you even really want the likes, Tom? It's hard to tell.
Oh my god. Sorry, I'm not fully committed to completely whoring myself out for the YouTube algorithm yet.
You gotta.
Listen, I already have shitty clickbait titles on videos, alright? I'm glad you guys enjoyed that thumbnail on the update video. That was pretty great. I really enjoyed setting it up last night. Yes, sending you calming vibes as well, Tenchi, like Caffeine said. Alright, well, let's do some entertainment for these fine folks, shall we? I'll bear this burden, says Caffeine. Oh, it's fine. I'll be cringe on your behalf. Excellent. Well, you know what? We all need, like, what, manager of cringe or something? We all need our own cringe manager in our corner.
Yeah.
All right, give me the pinky finger.
Okay.
We're now pinky swearing, as is tradition.
Kaedehara Kazuha, come on.
Unless Jane is half asleep on the couch, in which case I'm pinching her big toe. But the contact needs to be made. All right. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. All right. Not a 5-star right off the bat, but that's all right. It's not always that we start off swinging for the fences here. Bunch of good old blue weaponry, as might be expected from a pull in ye olde Genshin Impact. Ah, a razor. Excellent. A good boy. Very good. I don't actually know what his constellations do, so we'll have to check that out. Fair enough. All right, we got a razor. Not bad. Not bad. I think they call that a hype man. Exactly. There you go. That's that. Yeah, there we go. I like that. All right, round 2.
All right.
Oh my God. Here we go. The Jane magic is back. Now, the question is, what will it be? I don't remember where we left off in terms of my 5-star, like, pity rate and stuff, so... Oh, hello, Rosaria.
Oh, Rosaria.
Excellent, excellent. Oh boy, I'm excited. I'm excited.
Who is it?
Here we go. It's him.
Oh, we got him. He's here.
We did it!
He has arrived.
We did it!
I'm gonna pat myself on the back.
Yep, exactly. Yep, there it goes. Bro, wow, what? We're delivering what the people wanted, Jane.
Yes.
It has happened. Oh, excellent.
Is that
excellent.
what is that, a spirit katana? What is that?
That's what it looks like. It looks like a literal, like, blade of wind, you know? 2 rolls! My stream broke, I reloaded it in gold. Titanium Luckman has returned. The Jane luck never fails. Oh, God.
Yep.
Yeah, I think it was guaranteed, Ram. I think based on where we had left off with Eula's banner, it was guaranteed when we got a 5-star, it would be him. But the fact that it was that fast is like...
Yeah, fair enough.
Excellent. Excellent. All right, and we got a Rosario constellation.
Rosario.
Very nice. I don't know if I have anywhere near enough resources to get him up to a playable level, but we can at least tool around with him a little bit. Actually, we have a trial for him. We can just play him there, so... It was guaranteed because Jane was here, obviously.
Obviously.
Exactly.
Obviously.
All right, Rosaria. So, we have the Wages of Sin. Increase the level of Ravaging Confession by 3. Nice. Just makes her stuff more powerful. Excellent. And then Razor, the good boy, is over here. I guess I already had one constellation for him. Cool. Suppression. Increases crit rate against opponents with less than 30% health. Ooh. A little bit of a finisher. I like that. Very cool. And then where is the boy? There he is.
The boy.
So, what do you do, my friend? A wandering samurai from Inazuma who is currently with Liyue's Crux fleet. A gentle and carefree soul whose heart hides a great many burdens from the past.
Oh boy. One of those.
One of those. Alright, what are your talents, sir? Garyu Blade Work, alright. Up to 5 rapid strikes. Plunging attack midair Ranzan. When a plunging attack is performed using the effects of the elemental skill... This is more your level of weebdom, Jane.
Where what?
Elemental skill.
Elemental skill. Chihayabaru.
Good job. Good job. Said like the most basic of white bitches.
You're welcome.
Plunging attack damage is converted to anemo damage and will create a small wind tunnel. Wind tunnel! Via a secret blade technique that pulls in nearby objects and opponents. Interesting. So you can use his elemental skill while you're doing a plunging attack, huh? I don't know how often that'll be relevant. I don't spend that much time doing plunging attacks, but... And then his actual elemental skill unleashes a secret technique as fierce as the rushing wind that pulls objects and opponents towards Kazuha's current position for launching opponents within the AoE, dealing anemo damage, and lifting Kazuha into the air on a rising gust of wind. Oh. Okay. So that's why that is, because he actually gets sent airborne by his own skill.
Wow.
And then you can reactivate it to do the punching attack thing. So it makes much more sense. Hold charges up for unleashing greater animo damage over a larger area. AoE. Cool. And then, yeah, the mid-air runs on again. Okay. And then the Kazuha Slash, named after himself. The signature technique of Kazuha's self-styled blade work, a single slash that strikes with the force of the first winds of autumn, dealing AoE animo damage. The blade's passage will leave behind a field named Autumn Whirlwind that periodically deals AoE animo damage to opponents within its range. Cool. Very nice, very nice. Wait, Chihaya Furu? What? What do you mean, Ben? I'm not following you. You're either referencing something or you had a realization about something that I wouldn't know. One or the other.
Or he's being silly. I'm not sure which.
Also possible, yes.
Chihaya Furu.
Don't forget the trial run. Exactly, yes. We will go do the trial run right now so we can get an idea of how he plays. Now that we have him. Let's see here. Here he is. Alright, let's try him out. It's a reference to an old Japanese poem describing crimson leaves floating on a river. Oh.
You know, Ben's got me beat.
In what way?
Weebdom.
Oh god. I can't. Oh god, I can't even think of the right terminology. Something about like sensei and I can't remember what like the like underling version of like there's a sensei and then there's like the student or like the lesser. What is it?
I don't know. All I can think of is senpai and kohai.
Kohai, that's the one I was thinking of. Yeah. Yeah. So he'd be the sensei to your kohai? Is that how that works? I don't know.
Senpai to my kohai? I don't know if sensei and kohai go together. I think it's senpai and kohai.
Oh,
You know
yes. Yeah, see?
You got there.
That's how low my weebdom level is.
Yeah.
I can't even get the right words. Alright, what does this boy do? Whew, perhaps unsurprisingly, very quick. Nice. And then he does...
One with nature.
Okay, very cool.
Very pretty.
Yeah, very fancy. I like it. And we have Barbara for some reason.
Hi, Barbara.
Hello, Barbara.
Into the wind.
Nice.
Alright, yeah, that is pretty cool.
Fallen leaves adorn my night.
This is actually extremely pretty.
Wind strike.
Alright, yeah, this guy's pretty legit. I like this.
Thank
you.
One with nature.
What kind of combos can you do with other elements with wind like this? Is that fire? Is that just wind still? What is that?
So you're actually kind of seeing the answer to your own question there. So basically how Animo works is it interacts with any other element that's in the area and empowers itself with that element.
Oh.
So like if there's fire in the area and the Animo effect hits it, it will all become pyro and start doing more damage.
Nice.
And like the effect will change and all that type of stuff.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, so kind of like Geo, Animo is like the offensive support element, whereas Geo is like the defensive support element. They don't do a whole lot on their own, but interacting with other elements, their utility shoots through the roof.
Gotcha.
Alright. It's going to take me forever and a half to get him leveled up to a point where he'll actually be usable, seeing as how I'm at like world level 6 or something now, but you know, he's cool. I gotta give him that. And I've been needing another Animo character other than Sucrose for a while, so... And I can go through and do these whenever.
Oh,
so.
you have Sucrose.
I do have Sucrose. Yeah, she was our first summon, remember? All the way back in the day.
Yeah.
And we were like, she's kind of odd. I don't understand how to use her. And then that was because we didn't realize like how the element system worked. And then once chat explained, they're like, Sucrose is really strong. I was like, oh, you're right. Not far at all. Oh god, I have like no level up materials. Yeah, I'm not gonna be using him for a while, but I will get him there. For now though, let's us see where it be that our next story quest is. The Fond Farewell. Look for Zhongli. Yeah, see, I knew it had to do with Zhongli. And so he would be over here. Let's go meet Zhongli. Time to start grinding. Yep. Exactly. I'll just have to do a bunch of experience ley lines. That's fine. I have to do them for my battle pass levels anyway, so no big deal. Ooh, look at the storm out there.
Ooh.
Windy, windy, windy.
That looks like it's gonna be bad.
Well, if the stream suddenly cuts out, it may actually just be the weather instead of Streamlabs fucking me over. Well, not even Streamlabs. I don't even have Streamlabs anymore. They're just Stream choosing to die on me for no reason.
We've been having a severe heat wave here. I'm not sure how far it extends or if anywhere else is experiencing this as well, but we need this rain very badly.
Yeah, definitely. It'll definitely be a good heat break, or at least hopefully it'll be a good heat break.
I really hope so. It's
Any
been really
luck.
bad.
I do love a good nighttime thunderstorm, though.
Yes.
It's always very peaceful.
Yes.
And a good way to spend the night with you guys. Storms are brewing, says Ben. Exactly. All right, Fairy Lady, if that is your real name.
Is there anything I can do for you two? I'm afraid that Wangsheng Funeral Parlor isn't in the best state to receive guests.
We've come to see Zhongli. Could you please tell him we're here?
Unfortunately, Zhongli isn't here at the moment. It seems he went to Northland Bank.
Doesn't the Northland Bank belong to the Fatui?
So either he's going to go fuck up the Fatui, or he's just going to, like, petition them for more money.
Last time we saw Zhongli was before we went to the Golden House. Do you think he doesn't know about the attack on Liyue? Visiting the Fatui at a time like this could only mean more trouble. We had better go and make sure that everything is okay.
Your headset's working now.
No, it is working.
Oh, has it been working?
Yeah.
Okay, you just can't unplug it.
No.
I was like, why am I hearing double Paimon in the distance? What the hell? I got very confused for a second there. Alright, well, to the Northland Bank, I suppose. Zhongli, where are you, my ancient, suave Chinese gentleman? Wait a second. Oh, this is right. Is this right? Wait. Oh, over there. I was like, where the hell is the Northland Bank?
Bang.
Here we are.
Put in my letter.
Hello, Nadia. How's it going? Totally didn't mess up the 11th of the Harbingers. Oh, good evening. This is the Northland Bank. Goodbye? I didn't realize that it had, like, had the talk to Nadia option on.
You call this cooperation between Harbingers. Cooperation involves communication, you know.
Don't take it to heart, child. Besides, aren't you happy that you got to skip the formalities and bring chaos to the land? I'm sure you must have enjoyed that. Oh, it seems that some of your friends have arrived.
Oh, hi, we're Childe's friends. We just kicked his ass like 15 minutes ago, and we're ready to go for round 2 if you want to really, you know, knuckle down.
Hey, it's Zhongli and Childe. And you're also one of the Harbingers?
You know, the one that yanked, what's his nuts? His, soul thingy.
Venti.
Venti's power that is generated by a thing that I can remember the name of, his gnosis. There we
There
go.
you go.
Got there. Can you guys tell that I'm drugged up right now?
It's you two. I believe we've met once before. In the city of Bards, was it? I'm glad you still remember my name.
I like how they were so determined to make her like sultry and seductive that when she turned around, there was like 3 extra hip sways that she did before she finally settled into her pose.
Right. I imagine that it must have been rather hard to forget watching helplessly as something precious was snatched away from your friend.
I still have time to take it back.
No, don't let her get to you. You've yet to gather the powers of all 7 elements. And our last battle at the Golden House was almost more than you could handle.
We whooped.
So it might be best to keep things peaceful this time, seeing that 2 of the Harbingers are here.
We whooped Childe's ass, and you know it. You know it.
Well, if it isn't you two. This is our first time seeing each other since Liyue was nearly wiped off
Yeah,
the map.
like 15 minutes ago.
This is certainly a bit awkward, wouldn't you say?
Paimon knew that we should never have trusted a Fatui Harbinger.
Oh, now don't say that. Sure, I may have misled you, but I never had anything against you personally.
Yeah, I mean, you
Besides,
tried to kill us, but
we
that's
were getting
fine, I
along
guess.
quite well together, didn't you? Except for that little tussle we had at the end.
Can we all talk about, like, Zhongli just chilling
Yep.
in the midst of all this? Like, you have anything to say? Are you gonna do anything? What brings you to the Northland Bank this evening, my fine sir?
Nothing personal. We just have different views, that's all. Of course, you may very well hold this against me, but that's up to you.
It's on you if you hate me for my heinous actions. I mean, really, like, that's your decision, I guess. Like,
The real deceivers here are Senora and Zhongli. Curse them for leading me on.
Who's Signora?
The sultry chick.
Oh,
She's like, I don't know if we know her number, but she's one of the harbingers.
okay.
And I think definitely confirmed to be Childe's superior. I think he's the lowest of the harbingers, but based on what Chad has said. Not yet, Titanium. You need to gather the rest of the Dragon Balls. Exactly. Zhongli tricked you?
So actually, I think...
Stop wasting time, child. There'll be plenty of time to chat once I'm through here. You remember the agreement, Morax. Now, if you would be so kind. The Gnosis, please.
Is she talking to Zhongli?
She is.
Talking-
Morax. Morax is one of his other names, yeah.
Oh.
I think Morax is his, like, demon name, like Venti is known as Barbatos.
Oh.
Maybe. Possibly. Maybe that's Rex Lapis.
No idea. Rex Lapis sounds more Latin than Morax.
Are they all Latin? Is, like, Barbatos Latin?
That I don't know.
Interesting. But yeah, no, the currency in this world is Morax.
Oh,
It's
gotcha.
taken from his name.
Okay.
So what agreement and why does it involve the Gnosis?
What in the world are you talking about?
The contract is fulfilled. That which thou seeketh is now bestowed unto thee. For my promise is solid as stone.
Uh-huh. But why?
How sanctimonious.
Oh yeah, so this is our big reveal, as if we didn't know this entire time. So Zhongli's actually Rex Lapis. Cue 18 anime characters. Eh?
You're the No, wait! That's an exciting twist and all, but why give the Gnosis to the Fatui?
I do not give it for free. I give it as agreed upon in the contract. For it is a matter solely between the Tsaritsa and I.
Uh-huh. And why did you feign your death?
Yeah, you don't think you went a little bit too far with that whole fake death thing? Everyone was preparing the ceremony for you, and splat! This big dragon falls out of the sky, and all of Liyue goes into an uproar. Talk about a disaster.
Gathering all the forces that had been bubbling behind the scenes, and then stirring them together in a pot that was bound to boil over. That's what he wanted to see. Am I right?
Wait, what?
Perhaps it's best that I explain.
Perhaps. Ben goes, gasp! And Zhongli was the Lorax? Oh no. God, don't bring that cursed property up here.
As you know, I've dwelt upon this world for more than 6,000 years. I witnessed the founding of Liyue, together with the Adepti 3,700 years ago.
What do you do with all that time? When people talk about immortality, and they talk about it in the framework of like things like vampires or like people who drink from the fountain of youth and wind up cursing their now long-lived life, or like elves who've been around for like a few centuries. But like 6,000 years, that's a hot minute.
Was it 3,000? Oh, 6,000 years.
Yeah, for more than 6,000 years, and witnessed the founding of Liyue almost 4,000 years ago. That's like, I mean, I guess, yeah, after year 2000, you're like, fuck it, I'm going to found a city. Why not? I have the time.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure you get bored.
Yeah, I guess so.
I'm sure you get bored and a little crazy.
I mean, how long does it really take one man on foot to explore, like, all of the known land masses in the world?
Probably not that long.
20 years?
Span of, yeah.
50 years?
Probably around there. You can do
Out
it
of
how many
6,000.
times in 6,000 years?
Yeah, exactly. Just, alright, I'm gonna head out. Where are you going? I'm just gonna take a stroll around the world. What? Yeah, I'll be back in 20 years. What? Yeah, just hang out. I'll make tea.
Even boulders that can withstand whirlpools will erode with the passing of time. I kept convincing myself that cracks had not begun to form, and that the end of my time had not yet come, until one drizzly day, as I was strolling along the harbor, I heard a merchant tell one of his workers, "You finished your duties. Go ahead and call it a day."
So he wants to retire,
Oh.
basically. I feel like there's better ways to do that than giving your power over to the Fatui, though.
I guess.
Like,
maybe that's the only way to shed responsibility.
I guess. But then, like, what's the agreement? Like, what is he getting out of this other than being allowed to retire? I can't imagine that's the only thing.
Maybe it is. I don't know. If you're alive for 6,000 years,
Maybe.
maybe what you want is very simple.
I was gonna say, unless he, like, made them promise, like, that they wouldn't harm Liyue or its people, but then, like, Childe clearly went against that, unless that's why he's saying, like, you tricked me or whatever.
Yeah.
What do you do? Count money, apparently. Zhongli creating the city like it's a game of Minecraft. I mean, at that point, it kind of just would be a game, you know? Like, what are the consequences for you, really? Like, yeah, people's lives and stuff, like, life will go on.
Yeah.
I stood motionless among the crowds, asking myself, have I already finished my duties?
Oh, Zhongli.
But as I began to consider relinquishing my divine role, I soon discovered that many reasons still remained to not hastily depart. Was Liyue, the city I had dwelt in for so long, already prepared to enter its next age? I decided that a test was needed in order to reveal the answer.
And thus Childe. See if the city can defend itself without him.
Oh.
Right?
So I feigned my own death, and gathered the cast of Childe, the Adepti, and the Liyue Chising to play their roles together on the stage that was Liyue.
Interesting. Okay. Let me guess, you had another plan in case it all burned down.
That's right. Which is why I continued to safeguard the Gnosis until now.
So you mean that if the chaos ever reached the point of no return, you would simply appear and use your divine powers to bring Liyue back under control?
Of course. And it would have been all too easy for him, too. Just as a child quickly matures after losing their parents, so has Liyue matured when faced with the death of its deity.
I was pleasantly surprised with the finale of the show that you all put on. Why, you even deserved an encore.
Does that mean we're fighting again?
The Adepti deserve the greatest applause, considering their years of seclusion. They hardly recognized the city, yet faced with such a crisis, they exerted the greatest amount of restraint. Not only did they manage to cooperate with the Chising, but in the end, they even tried to understand the heart of the people. And hats off to the emissary dispatched by the Archon to fulfill our contract, Signora. She managed to keep everything she knew in strict confidence, far from the eavesdropping ears of her colleague Childe, just as I had requested.
So he didn't know about it.
Yeah, that's what Childe was saying, that he was tricked by Signora and Zhongli. And I guess in a way it makes sense, because, like, Zhongli is the oldest of all of the Archons, so I'm sure just by that merit alone, he probably just demands some level of respect from the others. Even the Cryo Archon, who's obviously antagonistic towards everybody. So, was probably able to work out that type of a deal. And then what, like, the price was his Gnosis then, I guess?
Yeah, I guess.
All the while, I carried on as Zhongli.
He didn't want it anyway.
Yeah.
Fulfilled the traditions of Liyue in this mortal form. Thank you for walking that path with me, traveler. These things were all a part of my script. The only unforeseen plot twist was the conduct of the Liyue Qixing. I had expected them to do no more than the Adepti, to come to the defense of Liyue. But when all was said and done, they seized the opportunity to supplant Liyue's divine protectors, and used the subsequent power vacuum left by my death to quickly gain complete control of Liyue.
I mean, like, he says that he didn't expect that, but, like, what else would happen?
I'm disappointed in you, Zhongli. Living for 6,000 years, you didn't know that's how things work.
Like, he wanted to make sure that the city was mature enough to survive without him, and then was surprised when the people stepped up to survive without him.
Right.
Like, wait a second. No, that's just they're yeah. Excuse me, I'm gonna tap into some old memeage here. We live in a society, and in a society there's rules, and someone needs to exist who enforces those rules. And when you kill God, who takes over? The corporations. Thank you.
Put that back for you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
The empty bottle we have to throw away.
On the contrary, I think it is excellent. I had always feared that it was too soon for them to take over from me. And it was also that which I longed for the most. As such, this is the best parting gift anyone could have given this god of old.
Titanium rant, man. Exactly. This, more than any other time, would be the perfect time for the Titanium conspiracy emoji. If it's just me over Charlie and the fucking It's Always Sunny with the poster board. That would be the perfect time for that.
Hey, what about me? Doesn't anyone feel the least bit of remorse for deceiving me? You've practically kept me in the dark.
Oh, I'm so sorry that you nearly destroyed Liyue by...
I think that thanks would be more appropriate.
He is aptly named.
You certainly
Yes,
played
you know,
no
honestly.
small part in all of this, wreaking havoc and turning the city upside down. The Lord of Geo ought to thank you for your performance, if anything. If you hadn't created the pressure of a battle between mortals, Adepti, and a god, the lump of coal resting in the hands of the Geo Archon, Liyue, would never have been able to become a dazzling diamond of a city.
Huh? Just whose side are you on, mocking me like that? Are you itching for a fight?
God, he really just is a shonen character.
Yeah,
We were both equally fooled.
Be that as it may, you've come out of this as the hero of Liyue. I, on the other hand, will be forever prescribed as a disturber of the peace, no?
I mean, that's what you were.
Well
Yeah.
then, with a Gnosis in my possession, I have no use for such idle chatter. We should return to Zappolyarny Palace and...
Zappolyarny Palace.
Zappolyarny.
Sorry.
Oh, Zappolyarny!
Eh?
Fine. I'll meet you there later. I'm not sharing a boat with the likes of you.
Rude.
Do as you wish.
Well, it was a significantly less violent confrontation.
Is there anything else you wish to ask me?
Yeah, what did the Cryon offer you?
Right! As Zhongli always told us, a good trade is a fair trade. Paimon has no idea what could be a good trade for a Gnosis.
Realistically speaking, there is no such thing.
Huh?
However, I am the god of contracts. For thousands of years, I have made countless contracts. If the deal was of no benefit, then I certainly would not be inclined to agree to it.
So, God of contracts, right?
Mm-hmm.
Contracts are important, right? Like, the devil makes them all the time, right?
Mm-hmm.
What happens if you break one of his contracts? Is it like, does he get your soul? Like, what is...
Oh, that's a good question.
What is the...
What's the punishment?
Yeah, what makes these contracts so...
Binding.
Contracty.
Contracty. That is a very good question. I mean, he is the god of stone. Maybe, like, or be instantly petrified or something, and, like... That'd actually be cool if there was, like... like, somewhere in the city, there was, like, a statue garden. And it's, like, all the sinners who broke contracts forged by the god himself. And they just were all just there.
That's morbid.
Horrified.
Oh my god.
It would be pretty cool. And it would definitely be suited, I think.
Yeah.
Break the contract, he steals all your primo gems.
Not my primo gems.
No, I had to grind for so long and or up my wall and pay money for those.
My agreement with the Cryo Archon will be the last of my contracts as the Geo Archon. My contract to end all contracts. As for the bargaining chip that the Tsaritsa used to balance the scales, uncover that answer for yourself in your future journeys.
Also known as next time in the Geo Archon quest.
Yeah.
Alright, interesting. Huh. Well, I knew the reveal that Zhongli was the Geo Archon was coming. What I didn't expect was that. That was interesting.
So he won't tell us?
After the dust settles something.
Today's the day of the rite of parting.
Tell me.
Although the star of the show is fake, we've spent so much time trying to organize it, it would be a real shame not to go there now.
You were saying something?
I was?
Yeah, you said tell me.
No, I just want him to tell us.
Oh. Because Paimon started talking as soon as you stopped.
Oh.
So it sounded like she cut you off. So I was like looking at you like,
yeah,
go on.
I can't hear, so I don't know when I'm talking over a character or not.
Fair.
Because their mouth flaps don't move when they're talking, so I don't know.
Fair. Very fair. Alright, well, apparently we have to go see what's up at the Rite of Parting since we went to fucking...
Bookhouse. Guess this is where we go to buy books in Liyue. Should we ask here if they have a copy of the Liyue volume of the Teyvat Travel Guide? It's super duper interesting.
Why are these books so shiny?
We can pick them up. So now they've been added to the archive. And eventually, when I do the long-awaited lore stream that I keep talking about, I'm going to go through and read a bunch of those books. But also, there's I'm going to try and remember his name.
So, are you
Jing
buying
Chu,
one?
I think?
You seem tired.
I hope.
Would you like
Chad
some
will
tea?
remind me.
I'll brew you some.
Right
Do you
here.
take
So I
sugar?
guess, does he have a
Thank you.
story
Would you?
quest? Or like... I think he might be the start of the next quest for Zhongli or something. No,
Free to look around. There's no obligation to buy.
I just wanted to walk by, god damn it.
We're looking for the Liyue volume of the Teyvat Travel Guide. Do you have it in stock?
I really just wanted to try and get up to the area where the next step of this quest was, but...
Sorry, dear. We stopped stocking that a very long time ago. It just wasn't selling.
Huh? But the Mondstadt volume was so interesting. Bummer.
The thing is, the author made it too personal, and the result wasn't really much of a guide. It barely sold any copies, and the few travelers that did buy it made complaints afterward.
I can't imagine buying a book and being so offended by its contents that I complain to the bookseller about it afterwards. Like, that's just... You gotta be on a different level to be that offended by that.
Very Karen-y.
Yeah.
A shame. The Mondstadt volume was a good read, even just as an adventurer's diary.
That was rude. She was like trying to eat my arm. I was grabbing a tissue and she like assaulted me.
The fact remains that I don't have it in stock. If you must read it, try your luck at Chang the Ninth's place.
Who's Chang the Ninth?
A book collector who lives in Qingse village. He's a complete grouch, but he will behave himself if the conversation is about books. He was a regular customer here back when he lived in Liyue Harbor, and I still send him the odd out-of-print book or two every now and then.
Did somebody say out-of-print books?
Is there a chance that Volume 6 of Legend of the Shattered Halberd is also in his collection? Apologies, my liege. Where are my manners? My name is Sing Cho, a humble literature enthusiast who happened to be passing by.
Jing Cho.
Since you and I are both in search of lost books,
Thank you.
what say we travel together to Mount Jingsa and pay a visit to Chang the Ninth?
So it's Cho, not Chu, apparently. Jing Cho. He just pronounced it.
Oh.
So, it sounds like quite a trek.
Just take it as a chance to get some respite from the hustle and bustle of Liyue Harbor. We all need that once in a while.
Sounds good. I'm not going right now. Fabulae Textile Chapter Act 1. Okay. Yeah, I think this is the next step in Zhongli's actual personal quest, but we're getting a little ahead of ourselves here. We need to get over to
Someone needs
the...
assistance.
How the hell? How do we actually get up there, even?
I'll catch up.
Is it this way? Yes, it is this way. Okay. Ah! Water.
Oh, God.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to dip my toes into the sacred water. No, I'm just sprinting away at high speeds.
I'm sorry.
The lore stream of legends. Yeah, exactly. Haven't written that part yet. Wait for the next patch. He has his own thing, I think. Oh, hello, friends. Hello, Grayson. Hello, sir. How's it going? How you doing? Are we doing this quest? Not yet. That will probably come later.
God from the ocean couldn't have just shown up out of nowhere. I mean, it's been 2,000 years since Rex Lapis subdued it.
Yes.
And to think that this happened right on the heels of the incident with Rex Lapis, too.
Uncle Gao and Uncle Sun.
Say, do you think the person who assassinated our Lord and released that evil god might have been one and the same?
No, that would be too much of a coincidence.
Now that you mention it, that's very possible. Yes, it's very possible indeed. I mean, it all fits together. That person must have colluded with the evil god to harm Rex Lapis. Oh, that wicked, black-hearted scoundrel.
I like how good gods are like the Adepti, like, you know, elegant-looking birds and like what was like a deer or something, I think, things like that.
Yeah.
And then the evil god is nine-headed water hydra.
Yes, Tom. Ugly means evil. Pretty means good.
Exactly.
Still, what sort of supernatural prowess must this person possess to be able to do such things? I have never heard of such a person in all my years.
Ah, forget it. Guessing's no use to us. Look, the Millilith over there looks like he's about to make an announcement. Let's hear what the Ministry of Civil Affairs has to say first.
I feel like I literally never in my life ever want to hear an announcement from anything called the Ministry of Civil Affairs. Like, it can't be good. It is contractually impossible to be good.
Oh, well, since we're going through with this rite of parting, I guess it means that those rumors hit the nail on the head.
Big-footed Dai Zhao. The names some of these people have, my god.
So Rex Lapis
and Wrench Wang! Oh no! Oh dear!
Oh, come on. Do you think that the assassin
Holy
could have
shit.
been a normal person? You know what I think? I don't think any of the gossip on the streets you hear from those shady types is worth anything.
To be fair, Rex Lapis has a dragon form. True, but the dragon form is like... It's like a pretty, like, Eastern-style dragon. Like, it's not some giant, monstrous, aggressive thing. It's like a fairly small, well-put-together, sleek dragon. Like...
Yeah.
You know, if it was like a giant, acid-spewing black dragon with ragged wings and large claws and everything, it would seem much more evil. You good?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay, you're struggling a little bit over there.
A little bit, but I'm good.
Okay, alright. Grayson says, doing well, having fun with Dark Deity. Oh, you'll have to tell me what you think in more detail at some point, because let me tell you, I have like 120 hours in Dark Deity already, and
It's true,
I'm
it's not
enjoying
lying.
myself.
Yeah.
To be fair, I was playing it while I was in the hospital, so
True.
I had a little bit of extra time on my hands. You know what they say about big-footed Dai Zhao, exactly. And want to know why they call me Wrench Wang?
There's only one real possibility in my mind. I've heard that the assassin was that Fatui fellow. He's pretty high in rank. I think they called him Childe.
Fatui? They certainly are very suspicious. Who knows what those greedy, crooked folks...
Ooh, stuck on chapter 11 of Dark Deity. Oh, cake. Need any help? Any assistance that I can offer? I don't quite remember off the top of my head which one is chapter 11. Yeah, let me know what you're having a hard time on, and maybe I can help you strategize.
Shh! Lower your voice. If the Fatui catch you in their sights, Rex Lapis won't be around to protect you this time.
Could you imagine if you piss off the mob and God himself just drops in on a bolt of lightning? He's like, hello. What is it that you're doing with one of my citizens there? Like, holy shit. Just rips his shirt off. He's fucking shredded.
Big daddy energy.
Hear ye all, the Qixing's words. Though a dragon soars ageless as the mountains, it too must return to dust. This is common knowledge. Gods and Adepti live glorious lives, but both light and shadow have their season. So too must they face divinely appointed trials. Rumors and hearsay abound on the streets that Rex Lapis was murdered. Now, let the truth be revealed. Having been thwarted in his trial, Rex Lapis's soul has recouped the celestial heights. He beseeches the people of Liyue to grieve not, and to let not their hearts be saddened. Nor are they to believe street-born rumors, or indulge in baseless speculation.
Did the Ministry of Civil Affairs, otherwise known as, like, the CIA, just get a cop to tell the people, no, God actually isn't dead, God is fine, and tells you not to listen to what people in the streets are saying, thank you, good night.
It's like real life.
Oh, shit.
Paimon needs a translation on what the Qixing's announcement said.
They said that Rex Lapis died because of a divine trial.
So that's how they're spinning it. Something feels off. Why would they suddenly give up looking for the murderer? Not to mention how this excuse sounds like something they just made up on the spot. Could the Qixing already have known that Rex Lapis wasn't dead? But Zhongli said that neither they nor the Adepti knew anything.
You're right, JT. There is no war in Ba Sing Se. That's exactly what's happening here. You look confused.
I am.
You don't know the there is no war in Ba Sing Se thing?
No.
Really?
No.
It was like all over Tumblr back when we were both on Tumblr. It's from Avatar. And it's
That's
like...
why I don't know it.
Well, yeah, but I never watched Avatar either, but it was like all over every meme. Like whenever anyone would deny that there was anything wrong, someone would post it like, there is no war in Ba Sing Se.
Oh.
Because, like, there was absolutely war in Ba Sing Se. But the government was like, no, there's not. What do you mean?
It's like North Korea.
Did
Yeah,
Zhongli tell
honestly.
them in secret after his gnosis changed hands?
Nobody's starving. No one's starving here.
Yeah, right? Hunger-induced blindness? Never heard of it.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I mean, it would make sense that Zhongli would tell them what's going on after, you know, everything was said and done.
Exactly, right? Ooh, seems like the rite of parting has been going on for a while now. Let's go have a look.
Do you think your headset's charged?
Probably.
Good. We should go see.
Okay.
Partially so I can fully put my headset on my head and not have it awkwardly dangling off of one ear.
I'm sorry, I inconvenienced you so.
Yeah, it's extremely inconvenient. You should apologize. Oh, hey, Genyu. I was trying to spur you to action here. There you go.
Look, it's Ningguang and Kuching. Are they saying something? Are their speeches over?
As said previously, Rex Lapis's soul returning to the heavens is the end of the contract. And it is also the end of an era.
3,700 years of contracts burnt and reduced to ash.
We, the people of Liyue, were indeed prosperous. But blinded by our prosperity, we forgot that time can be pitiless.
The long, unending dream of our Archon walking among us.
Now that we have awoken from our dream, we must learn to say farewell. Will you stand with us as we re-establish our contracts? As we build a new age of prosperity?
Like how it's like this big dramatic moment and, you know, everyone's saying their goodbyes to God and everything, and there's all of like 12 people standing in the square.
I gotta go to work.
Right?
So concludes the words of Her Eminence the Tianquan. Does Her Eminence the Yuheng have anything to add?
Huh? Is she looking this way?
Traveler.
Yikes! She really is looking our way.
Is that the traveler who they say defeated the ancient god?
So young. The Liyue Qixing always repay their debts. And as you have heard, our eyes see far and our reach is long. Name your price.
Oh.
You deserve that much.
Whoa.
Well, you see, I'm trying to find my brother. Oh, Jane. It slipped out from under the...
Oh my god.
We've been having a hard time keeping the bandage that is wrapped around my wound on my leg in place because it keeps coming undone. To the point that Jane literally duct taped it and it just came undone. So we'll figure something out, darling.
Well, could you help me put up some missing person posters?
Oh! I wasn't expecting that! Jane's like legitimately startled. You good?
No, what was that?
That was us!
Oh my god, we talked?
Apparently!
Oh my god! Oh god!
Oh my...
And the eyes before that. The eyes getting wide. And then the speech.
I was literally just about to say, I love the just, as per usual, cold, dead-eyed fish stare.
Yeah, it was definitely fish eyes.
And then... speech!
Leave it to me. All of it. Whatever it is.
She talked. Exactly.
Exactly is
I was not prepared.
I didn't quite catch your request.
I was going to suggest duct tape. Looked like you beat me to it. What? That's caffeine. Don't forget we sang once. When did we sing?
I don't know.
When did we sing? True, true. When did we sing? When was this? I don't recall this.
Like, why did they choose that line to be voiced? Why that one?
I guess just because it's like kind of wrapping up like a story moment. Like we even got an achievement like something like the finale or something. What was it? Final farewell. So like
I was so distracted, I didn't even know what we said. What did we say?
something about like putting up like
Posters?
missing person posters or something like that. St. Barbara's Song for the Flowers.
Whenever you need
Oh
me,
god, I
I'll be
vaguely
there.
remember that. You're right. Huh. Fair enough.
And to think I'd put my best perfume on before coming here, thinking you'd like it. But it seems as if those perfumes really were meant to be offered to Rex Lapis. Well, that's fine. Suffer no rivals in love, they say. And that's 3 gone in 1 stroke.
Her whole thing, this character, she like runs this pottery shop. But literally everything she says and does makes it sound like she's like the boss and also works at like the finest whorehouse in Liyue. It's so like she literally talks like the supple yet firm, sensuous curves of our pieces, like the pottery.
Definitely not selling pottery,
right? But like then you literally walk into the shop and it's just like shelves of pottery.
Maybe a piece of pottery is like you buy the pottery, and if you're in the know, you know what you're really buying with that piece of pottery.
Oh, like each piece of pottery is like indicative of a particular girl or something. Maybe. Yeah, that. Hey, maybe. Maybe.
This is my headcanon, I guess.
I wouldn't have thought of that, so there you go. Good job.
Rex Lapis. Rex Lapis. Now that I think about it, if everyone's of the same mind as me...
Cake. You had to help it defeat a god to get the people of Liyue to put up posters when Amber did it for free immediately. Cake would find this, or figure out a way to turn this into a piece of Amber is good propaganda.
Perhaps mementos for Rex Lapis might be the best short-term business opportunity.
That's spoken like a true merchant of Liyue right there. God is dead. How can I make a profit off of this? Zhongli would be proud.
Yes.
Who's our last person that we have to talk to? Oh, Lightning. I saw that. Is it Madam Ping?
As for the mortals and adepti of Liyue, what shape shall our relationship take from now on?
Ooh. Ben says Jane knows what's up with pottery. Caffeine, yeah, Jane's onto something there. Listen, Caffeine, you are like the master potterist? Pottery?
Pottist.
Pottist? Now that just sounds like you're bigoted against pottery. But like you are the pottery person here. Maybe you need to look into expanding your business opportunities here.
Oh.
Hey, listen. OnlyFans just banned their adult content. There's going to be a lot of people out there looking for new work.
That's how we get around it, guys.
I'm just saying. You might have an opportunity you need to look into here, Caffeine. God is dead now. How can I make this about Amber? Yes, exactly. Master of pot. Wait. There we go. Look for Zhongli. Oh God, are we playing like Where's Waldo with Zhongli?
Yeah, where's Zhongli? I like this game. Let's find him.
Oh, he's over there.
Oh,
They put a big old marker above his head. They could have left it as oh God, I'm sorry. Yeah, it would have been. They could have left it without a marker, just for a little longer, just to play Where's Zhongli. You know, it would have been fun.
Hey, Zhongli!
He says, what? Making OnlyFans that's literally just throwing pots with ASMR sounds / music. Not the direction I was going in. However, I like it. I like where your head is at.
Look at this. Everyone in Liyue is caught up in their emotions, thinking that they'll never see Rex Lapis again. And here you are looking all relaxed.
Why would I not feel more at ease after laying down the burden I have borne for 3,700 years? Right. If the two of you can spare the time, I should treat you to a meal at the Liyue kiosk.
We're going on a date?
Apparently we're going on a date with Zhongli. Also, I finally understand, there was something that Eric and Jordan were talking about, because at this point they both played this quest. And they were saying something that, like, I didn't understand at the time, but now I do. They were saying something along the lines of, like, what's the world going to do now without its primary source, not its primary source, its only source of new money? And I wasn't understanding what they were saying. But, like, all Mora is minted in Liyue because it's literally made by Zhongli. Like, it is created by his power. So if he just gave up his Gnosis, is there now just a finite amount of money in the world? Like,
good question.
Or did he just wind up handing over the keys to the world economy to the Tsaritsa?
Probably that.
Maybe if they can use his Gnosis that way. Because the thing to remember, too, is, like, Mora isn't just used as a currency. It's used as a form of exchange because it's, like, a magical transmutation, like, not catalyst, I guess. Like, it's literally used as a material in magic.
Yeah.
So it's constantly getting used up. Like, permanently, like, it's gone. And more has to be made.
Yeah.
So, like, the world's money is going to be gone pretty quick if that's the case.
That sounds like big talk, Zhongli. Paimon might have believed you if you were treating us to some third-round knockout, but you'd have to pay out your nose just to stand inside Xinyue kiosk. Are you sure you can afford it?
You're right. I do lack the Mora.
But why would Morax lack Mora?
As the Rex Lapis Morax, I can easily create Mora. But since I have chosen to walk this earth as the mortal Zhongli, I should abide by the same rules that mortals do.
Should abide, so maybe he still has the power then.
When I was journeying with you, though I still had the Gnosis in hand, I knew that I must soon retire from my role as an Archon. So I had to rehearse a little for my new life.
Oh, no wonder. Paimon gets it now. You didn't look at the price tags when we were spending because you've never had to. But since you weren't used to not being able to just make more Mora as and when you wanted to, you had to try becoming a parasite to society who lives off of other people's credit.
Paimon.
Oh my god, I love Paimon so much. Holy shit.
Well, we were only spending Fatui money. You don't have to say it like that. In the city of commerce, we do not merely exchange money or goods. We also exchange knowledge, memories, and foresight, as well as positions, roles, and lives.
Trade lives.
The Archon
Yep.
Morax
I think we call that slavery, and it's generally frowned upon.
No matter how many times he descended to be with his people. I must thank you for that.
Paimon, you actually murdered him.
I will treasure the memories that I made of Zhongli.
God
almighty.
almighty.
The streets of Liyue with you. That is true. But there is no journey that does not end. No meetings without partings.
Paimon thinks that we should make a move and continue our search for the Seven.
I fear that continuing your journey may be difficult. The nation that neighbors Liyue by sea,
there we go.
Inazuma, is presently closed.
So I guess they were hinting at that being the next country, like, way back. Because, like, this has been in the game for a long time, from what I understand. So, yeah, how do you just close a country?
Yes. The nation has been closed by order of its deity.
Also, like, of course, if there's going to be a nation that's close to the rest of the world, it's going to be the Japan analog.
Oh, you're right. Wow.
Excellent. Very good. Very good. Rex Lapis murdered twice, exactly.
The Electro Archon Ball. And just as the people of Liyue preferred to call me Rex Lapis, she too goes by another name among locals in Inazuma.
Okay. So if Ball is to Morax, then and this other name is to Rex Lapis, then Morax must be the demon name, right?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Paimon thinks we've heard that one before.
Raiden.
Right?
That makes sense
Raiden?
too.
Yeah.
That is the case. And since Raiden is also the shogun of the Inazuma Bakufu, people call her the Raiden Shogun.
Uh-huh. Sounds like a badass. The Inazuma Shogunate.
That said, though people at the wharf were saying that the situation in Inazuma is very tense, Paimon doesn't remember that always being the case. It wasn't that bad last year. Zhongli, since you're Rex Lapis, shouldn't you know something about what's happening there? Just how did Inazuma become a closed nation?
What's up with these weird little, like, orange slice-looking pieces on her legs?
I think it's part of her pants.
Are they part of her pants? Because, like, as it stands, it looks like they're just kind of, like, glued to her thighs.
I mean, I'm not sure what's up with that white piece below it.
Yeah, like,
It's like a gill.
Oh god. Fish legs Paimon. Fish legs Paimon.
What's on your legs, Paimon?
Like, at least we have a sock over here.
Yeah.
But like, what is that?
Cover your shame.
She's food, exactly. See?
Oh, that's it.
Captain Foxtrot knows what's up.
It's because of visions.
Oh, I heard about this. Yeah, the Electro God is like either hunting down everyone who has an Electro Vision or just like refusing to give them out to people who deserve them or something.
Right, because
she like, I think her whole idea is like, no one can supplant me as the Electro Archon if there is no one who has an Electro Vision, which fair, I guess. She's not succeeding, seeing as how Beidou is from Inazuma and is an Electro Vision wielder, but you know,
she's too badass to kill.
True. Also, she's been hanging out in Liyue for a while, so.
When faced with circumstances beyond their control, humans often bemoan their lack of power.
Actually, she probably isn't from Inazuma. Beidou? That definitely seems like it'd be more of a Chinese name than a Japanese name, right?
I don't know.
It might just be that they do a lot of business in Inazuma, but they're from Liyue.
Potentially. Cake says they're from Liyue. Cake says they're from Liyue.
Oh, there you go. Yep. All right. Fair enough.
But if a person shows true strength of will at a desperate and fateful moment in their life, the gods will look upon them with favor.
Saw her model. She looks cool. Yeah, I did too. She seems like she could be really cool. It's definitely, I'm assuming, sword user. And, I mean, we've gotten all the other Archons at some point, so I imagine we'll get her as well at some point, or at least have the ability to pull for her. So, definitely, she'd be someone that would be fun to pull for. Bram says, I think you mean Archon, not Demon. You are correct. Those are, like, their Archon names, but when Jane and I say the Demon names, that's because we watched Gundam Iron Blooded Orphans, and the Gundams were all named after demons from the Scrolls of... Solomon, yes. And, like, the main Gundam was Barbatos, and we have Venti, who is Barbatos. They pronounce it differently, and this is Barbados, but...
like the islands.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. But, like, each of those names, as far as I know, originated in the real world, in the Scrolls of Solomon, and were the names of the different demons, so...
Yeah, so that's where we think the names originated from.
Right.
That's why we say demon.
Right. Beidou's never been to Inazuma. Oh, I don't know if you're right on that, Cake. I mean, you know more about the games, you probably are, but I feel like I remember her crew talking about doing business in Inazuma. I thought. Could be wrong, but I thought I did see that dialogue.
This is what visions are. Magical foci bestowed upon those who have been acknowledged by the gods.
Uh-huh. That's how people in Tibet see it.
But starting from last year, the Raiden Shogun began promulgating the Vision Hunt Decree.
Promulgating?
That's a word? Did you just make that up?
Listen, there was that other word, I can't remember the word now,
yeah.
from the very beginning.
I remember what
that Jordan called me on. Like, no, it's a real word. I was like...
Of course Jordan called you.
Of course, right? Of all people, Jordan would know.
Vision Hunt Decree?
Wait, King Paimon is also a demon in the real world?
I'm looking this up.
What? I mean, we've been saying that Paimon's a god this whole time, so... Beidou is the one who took the new character in, who was exiled from there, though. Okay, gotcha.
Oh, yeah. Paimon is a spirit named in the Lesser Key of Solomon.
No shit. Okay, yeah, especially if it's from the Scrolls of Solomon, or the Books of Solomon, or whatever. Like, Paimon absolutely is a god, then. 100%. Like, the Archon of Space or something, and that would be why she has, like, all the constellations and everything all the time. And, like, everything that we do is, like, we wish on falling stars, and characters have constellations, and this and that and the other thing. That's gotta be what Paimon is. Like, we're actually a vision holder of space or the stars or whatever, and we can just use other elements. That's definitely what it is. 100%. I'm calling it right now.
Okay.
We won't know for like 3 years and probably more than that till the game's completely done.
thing.
But You're right. I have the red string in my mind connecting the dots, hands shaking wildly from probably like, I don't know, Adderall or something.
Yes. It was an order to seize all visions within Inazuma's borders.
All visions?
Inlay
Oh.
them upon the hands of a statue of the 1,000-armed, 100-eyed god.
Vishnu? Okay, and I thought it was just Electro visions, not all visions. Jesus.
They want to seize visions. But why? Aren't visions blessings from the gods?
It's a good explanation. Well, thank you, Saturn. Titanium string man. Seriously.
I should think that in the Raiden Shogun's eyes, it is precisely because they are divine blessings that they should be under the sole dominion of divinity.
Typically, the idea of giving a blessing unto something means that you are giving some sort of like power or good faith or something to someone typically lesser than you.
Yeah.
If it was just divine power, it wouldn't have been a blessing in the first place. Right. Also, I need to rename the emoji now in here, I forgot I can do this now. Oh, so much better. I need to rename the emoji in the Discord to just Stringman. Blessing of unfathomable madness. Yeah, there you go, exactly.
Sounds like
That's harsh.
Oh boy. I love watching Jane desperately trying to figure something out that she knows and she just can't remember. She's doubled over in her chair. Groaning into her hands. Yes? What do you got for us? What game are you what are you trying to think of?
Hold on.
Oh my god. Well, while she's Googling. In Chinese chess, there are 7 pieces. So far, we have seen them represented in the gnostices of the 7 Archons. So would Paimon be the chess player? Certainly possible. Or we could be the player based on our association with Paimon, one or the other.
The Anemo Archon is the god of freedom, and the Geo Archon is the god of contracts. For her part, the Raiden Shogun is the god of eternity. It seems as though she has finally decided to eliminate any unstable elements that could pose a threat to her eternal realm.
Do they give themselves these names? Because, like, okay, then fair. Otherwise, if someone decided that the Electro Archon would be the god of eternity, really seems to be setting themselves up for failure here. Also, what was the game you're looking at?
Oh, that just reminded me of Darkest Dungeon.
Oh! And you couldn't think of the name?
Remember.
Gotcha.
The fact that even I, the oldest of the 7, have now passed away, will only strengthen her resolve to pursue eternity. Knowing her, she must have again quoted that adage she is most fond of when proclaiming that decree to her people. 7 ideals for 7 gods, and of these, eternity is nearest unto heaven. All right then. Was there anything
Holy
else
crap.
you wish to know?
Many things.
So about the trial.
Ah, that was a good one. Failing a divine trial. How they came up with that excuse, I will never know. That said, the reason why the Qixing were so eager to resolve the incident and stop pursuing the culprit was indeed because they received news in secret that Rex Lapis was not dead. I hinted as much to the Adepti as well. How did I accomplish that, you ask? Have you ever heard of this particularly convenient Adepti art known as gifting dreams and visions?
Aha.
All right then. Was there anything else you wish to know?
What are you guys saying here? I'm back. Hope I didn't miss much plot crucial detail in the last 7 minutes. Not really. I don't think so. Just, explanations about things. Have you watched the Tevat story trailer? I'm pretty sure the titles are given to them by the heavens. Oh. I have not, so I would not know that particular bit of information. Interesting thought, though. And because that is a good point. It's not like these guys... Like, the Archons are not the greatest power in the world. Like, there is an actual, like, kingdom of gods or something.
Oh my god, we're gonna get there soon?
Maybe? Because, like... I think it's called Celestia, and it's that, like... it's that floating like city in the sky I've pointed out to you a few times, like way off in the skybox, and it creeps me out.
It creeps you out.
Well, because it's like it looks like it's coming crashing down slowly.
Scare you,
because of the angle. Yes, it bothers me a little bit, Jane. And apparently that's Celestia.
Oh.
And in the manga, which I've still only read the prologue of, but in the manga, we see Vanessa, the original Dandelion Knight of Mondstadt, is like summoned to Celestia, and like leaves as this like hawk, like godly hawk-like being, and becomes one of the four winds of Mondstadt, like along with the dragon and the wolf and everything. So like people can go there or can be brought there or whatever. So presumably we're gonna wind up there at some point. What about Childe?
Yeah, about that. Before the Qixing made their announcement, we listened to a lot of people talking on the way. Most of them put the blame for everything on Childe.
These are indeed false accusations. But it remains undeniably true that Childe did send people to the Jade Chamber to prevent the Adepti and the Qixing from defeating the ancient god. I've heard that Ningguang is busy milking that for all it's worth on the foreign relations front at the moment, browbeating the envoys of the Fatui. Those poor Snezhnayan diplomats. If it were not for Childe's exalted position as a harbinger, I'm certain that they would have shifted all the blame to him and called for his dismissal by now. All right then. Was there anything else you wish to know?
As for the Liyue Qixing,
Qixing,
goddammit.
The time of the Adepti has long passed. If even the Liyue Qixing don't want to face that truth, then what future is there for Liyue? Keqing is absolutely right in saying this. Now, though I did laud Ningguang's desire for power, believing this to be a good thing, and thought as a matter of course that she must have been behind the Qixing's plan to take governing power over Liyue from the hands of the gods and Adepti. Could the original person who brought up the idea of seizing power have been...
What?
All right then. Was there anything else you wish to know?
Who would the original person be? Keqing?
I don't know. I wasn't following.
He basically, like, he said something along the lines of, like, if Ningguang wasn't the person who originally, like, had the idea of seizing power from the gods, then could it have been, and then trailed off? So, like, who would that be? Would it be Keqing, or would it be someone else?
I don't know.
Heretofore unmentioned, you know?
Yeah.
About Mora.
That's right. Zhongli, now that you don't have your gnosis,
Here we go.
what's going to happen to all the Mora in Tibet? Since Morax is dead, are they all just going to disappear? Also, isn't the Golden House the only mint in the entire continent? Will it even continue to work?
Like how every time Paimon asks a question, it's zooming in
I know.
more and more on her.
The Mora present now will not vanish. But the Golden House will indeed have to cease operations for a lengthy period of time, since creating Mora requires the use of the Geo-Archon's power.
This is terrible! We're all about to
Oh my
run
God.
out of Mora! The world is coming to an end!
Yes, this is indeed a major issue from a financial standpoint. Well, I suppose we'll just leave such troublesome matters to the Liyue Qixing to debate.
Then, did you at least set some private funds aside for yourself?
Isn't Ning technically homeless now? That's also a good question. That is a very good question. I mean, she is like the head of the Qixing?
So think of it like this. It's like cheesing, but you don't voice the S.
Qixing.
Cheesing.
Qixing.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll try to remember. But yeah, like, she's the head of the government. She can, like, I don't know, she'll get put up in a hotel or something. Zhongli, bro.
Oh, a private fund. This does seem like a good, logical, common sense idea.
Which means you did it, right?
It's a shame.
What's a shame?
It's a shame that I didn't think of it at the time. All right then. Is there anything else you wish to know?
No, that's it, my guy. Go be homeless somewhere else.
I suppose you'll have to find a way to get inside this closed nation. Have patience. I suspect that some serendipity must first come into play.
Also, oh hey, look at that. Act 3, Chapter 1, Act 3 complete. A new star approaches. Done and dusted. You know what that means? We can finally... yeah, we can finally do the fucking teapot thing.
The what?
The
teapot thing.
Yeah, so we can actually start doing that.
Yay.
We can do an interior designing stream. Okay, so there's things popping off everywhere. Let's see here. Zhongli, are you a himbo or just pretending to be one? You know? After 6,000 years, I think he's allowed to be whatever he wants. Also this. Why... Oh, why? Please, those of you who also play the game and have greater knowledge than I. This update summary. Every time I start the game, it has an exclamation over it. And then I go to it, and then I click it, and just to be extra double sure, I scroll all the way down through it, and I close it, and hey, look, no more notification. But next time I start the game... it's gonna be there again. Help. Help.
Help.
Help. Actually, hold up. Oh, excuse me. Ah, the final constellation for our traveler for the GL element. Great. Barrier created by Wake of Earth lasts 5 seconds longer. The meteorite created by Starfall's Sword lasts 10 seconds longer. Cool. Maxed out. Very nice. Because it's dumb. Been updated in it the past few days. Should be good for a while now, though. No helping it. The community memes that to oblivion. Nothing to be done. Ah, rip. It sometimes does that, and sometimes they literally do stuff later that night. Fair enough. Fair enough. Alright, well, we finally finished that aspect of the story quest, Jane. So what would you like to do next?
I don't know.
Should we do our other 2 summons? Should we start the teapot stuff? What do you think? What are you feeling?
What does chat want?
What does chat want us to do? There's character quests that we could do. There's the teapot stuff that we could start. We could do more summons. Probably only going to go for like another half hour. I'm starting to feel a little run down. But, so choose wisely. You're also starting to feel a little run down. That's okay. You're allowed to say. You are the co-host. You also have the right to express this emotion.
Alright, well, I'm tired.
Well, there you go. Good to know. Finish the main story stuff? You're still going to summon? Why? Well, I mean, there's characters on that banner that it would be good to get more of, like more Rosarias or, you know, another Kazuya. You want to see interior design? Fair.
I'm on board with that.
Fair. But on board with more summons or on board with interior design?
It's an interior design.
I mean, we can go address the sort of the teapot quest then.
Okay.
Okay. So that... where is... the hell? Ah, here it is.
Ah, children, come, come. You've arrived at just the right moment. I've been looking for you.
Oh, what is it, Granny? Need any help?
Oh, no, no. You've done so much for Liyue Harbor already. I could hardly ask for more. In fact, my old friends and I have been putting our heads together to think of what sort of gift we might give you in return.
Mm-hmm.
A gift? For Paimon?
Oh my god. You're too kind.
Oh, child. You are so very modest. Uncommonly so, even. But you mustn't decline this gift. I simply won't allow it. When you traversed my old teapot in search of the cleansing bell, I heard your little friend mention that you often camp out in the wilds. That simply won't do, especially since I imagine you still have a very long journey ahead of you. Fortunately, I have not yet grown so old as to see my subspace creation abilities atrophy.
You know, casually.
Oh my god.
My subspace creation abilities. Oh,
did my friends never mention that to you? Well then, it is a blessing we old folks once received from Rex Lapis, part of our illumination, if you will. I will not go into too much detail, but subspace creation is the ability to create a small, autonomous pocket world. The teapot that you entered previously was a little trinket created using that ability.
So, in the eyes of an Adeptus, creating a magic teapot world is just child's play, huh?
Oh, indeed, the teapot is nothing to boast of. One such as myself must depart from this realm to create a world of one's own. Rex Lapis, on the other hand, moved mountains and seas. That is what one might call an exercise of true power. But that's enough nostalgia for now. The gift that I have prepared for you just requires a few final materials to add the finishing touch.
Jane may have gone to the cabinet and acquired the last bag of Takis. What are the missing materials?
That's right! Finding stuff's what we're good at, after all.
Oh, settle down now, children. There's no need for you to go running hither and thither. I have already found a fleet-footed youngster to prepare what I need. What's more, I doubt that you would know how to find the materials I am searching for. Some of them are very rare indeed these days.
And what are those, if I might ask?
Well, for starters, I require some shimmer soil from the banks of Dihua Marsh. Back in the day, it could only be found where the glazed lilies thrived most profusely. You would have to dig downward, following the roots of the glazed lilies, and if you were lucky enough, you just might find a small patch of shimmer soil there.
It's just glittery soil?
But almost no one has been able to find shimmer soil in this manner since Dihua Marsh came to be the way it is today. Even more difficult to find is Smaragdus Jadeite, which must be chiseled from the rock of the chasm. Or so it used to be. Ever since the Blackcliff Forge opened for business, they've slowly but surely stripped the mines all but completely bare of it. In any case, Smaragdus Jadeite is an Adepti treasure, and the Adeptal power within is not something that most humans can withstand. Extended contact with it is, in fact, harmful to humans. Goodness knows if that child will succeed in finding these items.
Yeah, who is this child?
Well, since you're an Adeptus, Granny, the person you asked for help, they must be an Adeptus too, right?
Yes. I suppose she does count as an Adeptus.
She counts? How come there are so many Adepti in Liyue Harbor? We seem to bump into them all the time. It feels like even when you go out to eat, you could be sitting next to an Adeptus and never even know it.
Oh, maybe so. Who can say? A fair few of my old friends are rather fond of mundane mortal life, after all.
Up to and including, you know, settling down and starting families? Because, like, we know of a bunch of characters who are apparently, like, part Adeptus, like Ganyu and Yanfei. You know, anyone with, like, the horns.
I'm back, Granny.
Oh, speaking of, it's Yanfei!
Allow me to do the honors. This child here is Yanfei. She's the one helping run some errands for me. Yanfei, I believe you've already heard of the Traveler and her traveling companion.
Of course, who hasn't? Much has been written about you in the Millilith's records. You became one of Liyue's most wanted after the Millilith marked you as a suspect following the incident at the Rite of Dissension. After which, you fought off the Millilith at Julian Karst and made contact with the Fatui. Before finally defeating an ancient god together with Granny and her associates, and subsequently being cleared of any and all suspicion by the Qixing. What a shame.
See, the Traveler says a shame with a question mark, but I can only imagine it's because she wanted to be the one to win all the awards from mastering our legal proceedings with the...
Oh.
Because she's a lawyer.
A shame that we didn't meet sooner.
Oh, or that.
If we had, well, I can't say that I would have been able to clear you of suspicion immediately, but it certainly would have been less, embarrassing for you. Allow me to introduce myself once more. I'm Yanfei, a legal advisor. Got a legal problem? You can come right to me. Oh, yes, here's my business card.
Oh my God.
You'll find it has my contact details and office address. Keep it handy. If you have an urgent issue, just leave me a note at this address. Oh, and I almost forgot to mention, I offer a very generous discount for first-time customers.
All right, Yanfei, all right. Let's get to the business at hand. I do not think these two are in any dire need of legal assistance at the moment.
All right, Jane, you're the hairmeister here.
Yes.
How does she get her hair shaped around her antlers like that?
It must be very thick. And, maybe a little greasy. To stick like that. They're like pom-poms, Jesus.
You'll have to excuse Yanfei. She's always been like this. Ever the talkative one when it comes to her own affairs.
Yanfei has horizontally stretched eyes, I think. It feels off-putting.
What?
What do you mean, Cake? Glue, hairspray. Maybe she has hair grow out of her antlers.
Yeah.
Maybe. Are you really an Adeptus?
Carmen was gonna ask the same question. You seem really different from the ones we've met before.
An Adeptus? I guess. Kinda. My old man said he was one anyway. He mentioned that he once campaigned with Rex Lapis for a long old time, and then after that was all over, he went back and married my mom. They had me, and once I was all grown up, the two of them upped and left on a journey, leaving me with Granny here.
Okay.
Well, that's a bit casual for an Adeptus. Aren't you guys supposed to sign solemn contracts to protect Liyue Harbor and all that stuff? What do you mean he just whipped back to get married?
Well, my dad did say that he talked it through with Rex Lapis, and that he was fine with it. Even contributed towards the wedding gift, apparently. Anyway, let's not dwell on that too much. So, Granny, I've gotten a hold of most of the stuff you asked for, except for Smaragdus Jadeite. I couldn't find any at all.
Oh, we have a
The
debate
chasm's been
about...
sealed
I
off,
stopped
and
that.
there's just no way in. Couldn't secure any documentation either. Looks like the Ministry of Civil Affairs is serious about keeping it strictly locked down.
So we have a debate in chat here between Saturn and Cake about the, well, I guess just the appealing nature of Yanfei's eyes. So her eyes are wider horizontally rather than circles. Is that... I guess I never noticed, but again, I don't pay attention to eyes that much. Is that different from all the other characters?
Yeah, her eyes are more...
Like,
yeah, they're like stretched.
They're like more realistically shaped?
Yes.
Huh, okay. Maybe that's why I didn't notice.
It makes her look kind of sleepy.
She definitely does have a little bit of a sleepy look to her.
Yeah, it's because her eyes are not as tall as they are wide.
Interesting. Okay, okay. Yeah. Like constantly sleepy. Yeah, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
No, I mean, I agree. I like that look a lot. Yeah, I never realized that her eyes were different from everyone else's, though.
Yeah.
Huh. Very interesting. Very interesting. Well, thank you for the insight, Jane.
Yeah.
Is that so? But Smaragdus Jadeite is really rather essential. Yanfei, are you sure you can't find some other way? They have helped Liyue greatly, after all. It is only right that they are duly rewarded.
I know, Granny, you've told me 1,000 times already. Well, the chasm's definitely a no-go. but there's still a chance we can figure out some alternative means of procurement. Hold on a moment. Let me have a look.
Whoa, that's a really thick book. What kind of things do you write in there?
I love how she just summons her book out of midair, just like whoop whoop.
Commercial consultancy. Or...
Oh god, not Snezhnaya.
Ah, found him. Crossel.
Whoa.
A Snezhnaya merchant who once came to me with some legal queries on certain articles in the legal codices. If my memory serves, all of them had to do with rare ores. He mentioned that he was considering acquiring some Smaragdus Jadeite to make hairpins, and wanted to know if there were any legal ramifications that he should be aware of. Said he was planning to sell them in Snezhnaya.
You know, incredibly powerful ore infused with the might of the Adepti. So potent that contact with it by humans can be deadly. I'm gonna make hairpins!
Yeah, it makes sense.
This is like Marie Curie making like a watch using radioactive material.
So, I guess I'll go look for him. With any luck, he'll have gotten his hands on some Smaragdus Jadeite, or might have an idea of where we can find some. Oh, you want to join me? I suppose that's no problem, but it's best if you just stand by and watch. If you try to get involved, you'll only risk placing yourself in legal jeopardy.
Wow, an Adeptus imploring us to avoid incurring legal liability. That's a first for sure.
I guess that makes sense, though, like, as a half Adeptus, she has this interest in, like, obsession and skill with law. Because, like, the law is just contracts, right? So, like, it kind of tracks.
Oh, yeah. Makes sense.
You know? I like that, actually. That's a cool way to kind of tie that in. That's interesting.
Best we be a little more careful than usual while we're with her.
Folks are saying that there was, this is going to be a lot of dialogue for the rest of this part. So if you wanted, we could save this, and I can just do, like, the dialogue stuff off stream. And then that way we have the teapot set up for next time, and we can just do it if you wanted to, or do you want to go through the dialogue now?
How much time do we have?
Probably like 15 minutes. If we wrap up, like I was saying a little while ago, in a half hour, that would be around 2 hours. So,
okay.
So is there anything else that you'd like to do? Do we want to do wishes? Do we want to go anywhere else and do stuff, or what do you think?
I don't know.
You don't know.
I'm undecided.
You are undecided?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we could just go to the next part of the quest and just let dialogue play out until we wrap up.
Okay.
Okay. Talk to Krost. Where are you, Krost? You see I have my new fancy, like, Mondstadt wings? Look at how pretty they are. It's because I maxed out my reputation in Mondstadt. Also, holy shit, it looks like there's quests everywhere down here now. Oh my god. Alright, fair enough. I have things to do. Krost!
Pickpockets. Hello, Mr. Crossel. How's business been?
Oh. It's an L. I thought it was a T. Whoops.
Oh, good. Very good. All thanks to your advice, Miss Yanfei. What brings you here today?
Thank you.
You're too kind. I was simply doing my job. Now, I believe that the last time we met, you mentioned that you were looking to source some Smaragdus Jadeite to make hairpins. Have there been any further developments on this front?
Well, yes. As a matter of fact, in the end, I did acquire a small piece of Smaragdus Jadeite and had it fashioned into a pair of hairpins. Miss Yanfei, might I presume that you have an interest in the hairpins? I must apologize. I've already rented them out to a lady named Zhiqiao. If you'd like to inspect them, you may have to wait quite some time.
How do you just rent something out as a merchant? Like,
Yeah.
Like,
I guess. I mean, you can rent dresses out. You can rent anything out, really.
yeah, fair enough, I suppose.
Wait, isn't Smaragdus Jadeite really rare? Aren't you worried about the hairpins getting damaged or lost while they're being rented out?
No, I'm not worried in the slightest, because I signed a contract with Miss Zhiqiao before renting them to her. The contract makes it quite clear that if she loses or damages the item in question, she must compensate me for its full original value. In return, I included a clause that guarantees the Smaragdus Jadeite is genuine, with a penalty of 10 times the item's value payable by me to Ms. Jiqiao in the event that it is shown to be a fake.
Guaranteed genuine, with 10 times the value payable if this claim is shown to be false. Yes, these terms are very clear indeed.
Of course. This way, both the client and I have the assurance we need. To ensure fairness, each of us has retained an original copy of the contract.
In that case, might you know where Miss Jiqiao lives? We'd like to pay her a visit and have a look at the hairpins.
Oh, of course. She wrote her address down when we signed our contract. Here, I'll mark it on your map for you.
I feel like that's some sort of, like, breach of, like, merchant customer confidentiality or something. Like,
probably.
Where does she live so we can go find her and take a look at them? Oh,
yeah,
well,
here's her address.
Her address is, or her address? Yeah. I'm getting tired. Her address is right here, didn't you know? Mm-hmm.
Thanks a lot, Mr. Crossell. We'll be off now.
What the fuck? That's Sung One. Wait, what? Ben, what? I'm confused. What does that mean?
Someone show. I have no idea. What are you talking about, Ben?
Rex Lapis is dead. Who cares? Exactly.
Anarchy.
Madness in the streets. Cats and dogs living together. How the hell do we have to go up? Or around? Nope. Okay. Yeah, I guess we have to go up. Fair enough. Let me up. Let me in. Oh, there we go.
Let me in.
Aha!
Oh, whatever shall I do? Yes, that's me. Is there something I can help you with?
Let me guess. You lost the hairpins. Anyway, he's a popular YouTube band and does voice acting sometimes. See, that just makes me think of Pros D. I don't know if it's Pros D or Prosd. You know the guy I'm talking about. Yeah. But that's not the same guy, right? Unless he has like 2 different YouTube handles like Critical does.
How do you do, Miss Jiqiao? We understand from Mr. Crossell that you recently rented a pair of hairpins from him. My associates and I are very interested in them. Would you mind letting us take a look at them?
The hairpins?
Oh, it is? Okay.
To you right now. I've lost them.
God, now that you say that, I can hear his voice in that guy's voice. That's Hey, good for him. Good for him.
I don't know how it could have happened. I always kept them right by my side, and I hadn't even worn them yet. I spent so much money on them. If I have to pay their original value, there's no way I could come up with that amount of money on such short notice.
Why did you need them in the first place?
My family is in the ore business too, but business has been suffering ever since the chasm was sealed off. We now have a backlog of paid-up orders just sitting around, so we've been having to purchase some stock from other ore merchants to complete them. A big banquet is coming up in a few days, and several ore merchants I know of will be there. I need this opportunity to mingle and discuss prices. That's what the hairpins were for, to keep up appearances. I can't have them looking down on me, but now that I've lost the hairpins, what will I do?
Why does Paimon have a sudden strong sense of deja vu?
Shouldn't rent stuff you can't afford, silly lady. Yeah, right? Exactly. Like, oh man, I'm so happy I got this beautiful flouncy dress for the ball. I hope nothing bad happens to it. Oh, here comes the glass of wine. Like, come on, man.
Would you really? I sent a commission to the Adventurers Guild, but I haven't heard anything back from them yet.
Hold on. Don't run off looking for the hairpins just yet. Miss Jiqiao, would you let me have a look at the rental contract you signed?
Huh? Well, I mean, sure. I have it right here. Here you are.
Let me see.
That's right! Yanfei said she's a legal advisor, didn't she? Maybe she can help Jiqiao somehow. True. Though surely there must be a win-win solution.
Right. I finished reading the contract. The terms are very clear, and they do indeed stipulate that you must pay Mr. Crossell the original value of the hairpins as compensation for the loss. Furthermore, the contract also expressly states that the amount of compensation must take current market prices into account. And given the rarity of Smaragdus Jadeite, I fear that the final amount of compensation may end up being significantly higher as a result.
I have a theory.
What is your theory?
I feel like that guy has dudes around and pickpockets.
Ah.
So they have to come back and pay him.
It's a scam. He's fleecing people. Interesting. I bet you're right.
Yeah.
That sounds right. Good call.
Thanks, I'm smart.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Big brain.
Matt, huge throbbing brain.
A lot of wrinkles.
The deepest of canyons.
Yes.
Even higher. Oh no.
Yeah, right? She could keep the contract on her, but lost the earrings. 5 head big brain Jane, exactly.
Uh-oh. Jucho looks like she's about to faint.
However, all of this is assuming that it is indeed genuine Smaragdus Jadeite that was inlaid into the hairpins.
Maybe that's the second part to this. It is false. So he gets people to steal them. Can't find out that the hairpins are false if you don't have them on your person for very long.
Right.
And added bonus, he then gets to charge them for losing them.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's got, yeah.
It's all coming together.
It's not just that he has people steal them, it's also not real.
Yep. Yep.
Oh.
Did you really have to pause before saying that part? Anyway, the hairpins are lost, so how exactly would we be able to find out if the Jadeite is genuine or not? Whichever way you look at it, we've got to start by finding those hairpins.
Except that if we found the hairpins, there'd no longer be any need to check whether the Jadeite is genuine, would there?
Also, I never noticed because like she's always in like combat. But look, she has like a little upside down Triforce, like on her like left side of her torso.
She
there,
has
do you
them on
see
her
that?
hands, too.
Does she?
Mm-hmm.
Wait, on her what?
Her hands.
On her hands. Oh yeah, look at that. Interesting.
Yeah.
Are those like tattoos or some sign of Adepti power or something, guys?
Seems right.
Please. Please, don't trouble yourselves over this. The fact is, I lost the item and I should pay compensation per the contract.
It's such a huge sum of money, though.
However much it is, I will have to pay it. My family are merchants, after all. It's vital that we keep our word and respect our contracts. Now that it's come to this, I really shouldn't keep Crossell in the dark any longer. I'll go and inform him of the issue and then negotiate the amount of compensation.
Yes, legally speaking, it seems this is the most sensible course of action. But before that, I have some questions about the hairpins. So hold on a moment, Mr. Chow. When you first touched the hairpins, what did you feel?
They look like scales. Oh, interesting. I could see that, depending on the type of Adepti her father was, or Adeptus. Secretly a Zora fish person.
What did I feel? Well, I remember that the gemstones set into the pins were perfectly smooth to the touch, like the finest quality jade. My family has seen much jade pass through its hands in the past, so I am quite certain of my judgment in this matter.
Smooth to the touch. Finest quality jade. No, it's nothing. I just need to re-examine a few things. Let's head over to Mr. Crossell's.
She's way more respectable than me. I would change my name and skip town. Well, it depends on how much you stand, or you or people around you stand to lose in that action, right? Like, if she was just on a solo venture, that would probably make much more sense. But like, her family is involved, and they're merchants, like you're saying, they have to keep their reputation. So if she just skips town, what does that say about the rest of her family and their business? You know?
Ah, Miss Yanfei, you've returned. With Miss Jiqiao in tow, too, I see. How are the hairpins? I trust you're quite satisfied with them?
About that.
Aha! She tells him. Okay.
You lost them? Are you serious? Do you have any idea how expensive they were?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Truly I am. I'll pay the compensation as per our contract. Every last mora.
Mora? Do you have any idea what I had to go through to get my hands on that Smaragdus Jadeite? I just don't... Forget it. Talking won't bring them back. Since Miss Yanfei is here, I suppose we can just have her estimate the amount that needs to be paid.
No problem. But before I can give an official estimate, I'll need to do a little market research. Ah, yes, and if I may just confirm again, it was in fact genuine Smaragdus Jadeite inlaid into the hairpins, correct?
Of course. Genuine article guaranteed, or I pay back 10 times the value.
All right, understood. I'll conduct some market research, and once I'm back, I'll provide an official assessment of the sum owed by Mr. Chow in compensation. Please wait here, Mr. Crossell.
Thank you very much. How could she lose my hairpins? She'd better pay every last mora that they're worth.
Looks like I'll have to find some way to raise that money.
Please wait, Mr. Chow. I have something to discuss with you. It's not convenient to speak here, so let's find somewhere that we can sit and talk in more detail.
It's fake. I don't know how she deduced it, but we figured it out before because that's how these stories go, and she is in the story, and yet she knows that it's fake. All right. It's just about 2 hours that we've been going. I'm pretty tired. You look pretty tired. Do we want to do any more wishing, or do we just want to end it here? Just end it? All right. Guys, I think we're going to go ahead and call this one here. Thank you all for hanging out. Plenty more streams coming in the near future. I might even do another one during the day tomorrow. We'll have to see. But for now, this is going to be where we call this one. Thanks for coming and hanging out, guys. We do always enjoy it. I know, even though Jane is tired, she does enjoy our streams.
Yeah,
so,
Yep.
Definitely, I will let you guys know. There will be notifications and everything when I put up the next stream, when I get it all planned out. So I'll see you guys for that one. Until then, thanks for coming. I hope you all have a good night. Stay safe and healthy out there. And remember, be good to each other.
Bye.
Bye now.